LA County has over 110,000 employees, so we're one of the largest employers in California. And prior to the pandemic, we had about 10,000 employees that were teleworking, but very few full-time. And really, the culture here was more about in-person and driving into facilities in the county. And we quickly, as many jurisdictions have had to do, had to pivot to now what we have, which is over 35,000 employees working remote. And we're expecting that number to rise in the future. So that gives you some background in terms of the numbers, and pivoting to 35,000 employees from 10,000 was quite the challenge in a very short amount of time. Also, the platforms, the services, and the tools necessary for our employees to be successful while they were working remotely. I would say that the cloud and virtual technology plays a huge role in that. And then the more that we move away from our legacy systems and our on-premise services to public cloud and virtual services, and transform our legacy business processes, which we have found to be very important. It's not just about the technology, but as employees are moving to remote work, the processes that they're familiar with, which were many times manual and on-premise and very paper-based processes, we're finding that the urgency to transform those processes is just as important as the tools they're using to perform their daily work. So business process automation and using cloud technology and tools to assist with that is really a priority for us moving forward. We also had a IT enterprise strategic goal that we put together prior to the pandemic. And one of those goals was mobility, or is mobility. And the mission of that goal is that employees could work from anywhere at any time. I don't know if we were, seeing what would happen in the future with the pandemic, but that goal, although we were making progress before the pandemic, once the pandemic hit in March and people started to work from home, this goal was really accelerated. And the cloud and virtual technologies that we had available were a big part of that acceleration. So examples like simple things like making sure that employees had the proper device to be remote. A big part of mobility is having a laptop or a tablet device versus a desktop device. So we're seeing a resurgence in purchasing and issuing laptops to employees. Increased wireless capacity. It's hard to work remote if you don't have the right connection. And then a big acceleration in unified communication and collaboration technologies in the cloud, like Microsoft Teams, Cisco WebEx, et cetera, so that employees could be productive, they could have meetings, they could share documents, and that was all contained in the cloud, but available on one device without having multiple devices. And then transforming, really looking at our public interaction and transactions. And, as with other jurisdictions, we closed our facilities for some time, and many times the public that was used to coming in and paying the property tax or getting other services, now those facilities were closed. So we're looking at transforming those services using cloud technology and virtual technology, and providing a different experience for the public that has that ability. So I would say all of those things happened in a very short amount of time, and we're seeing acceleration in using cloud technologies because remote workers and mobility really depend on that.